Alabama Children's Crusade, launched by Dr. Martin Luther King and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, also known as SCLC, brought national and global attention to the civil rights struggle in the United States. On May 2nd, 1963, black children who were trained in nonviolent tactics walked out of their classes and assembled at the 16th Street Baptist Church to march to downtown Birmingham. More than 700 children protesting racial segregation were arrested, blasted with fire hoses, clubbed by police, and attacked by police dogs. On May 3rd, 1963, hundreds more children began to march. Commissioner of Public Safety Eugene Bull Connor ordered police and firemen to attack the children with high-pressure hoses, batons, and police dogs. Images of the children being brutally assaulted by the police appeared on television and in newspapers across the country and world, provoking global outrage. Dr. King was also jailed during those protests, and in response to criticism, wrote his famous letter from a Birmingham jail. The United States Department of Justice soon intervened. The campaign to desegregate Birmingham ended on May 10th, 1963, with an agreement that SCLC would halt demonstrations in exchange for city officials releasing the jailed protesters and desegregating downtown stores. A week and a half later, the Birmingham Board of Education announced that all children who participated in the march would be suspended or expelled from school. A federal district court upheld the ruling, but a U.S. Court of Appeals reversed that decision.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, we the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
3, 4, 5. We're live. Yep. Welcome to Hoodview Politics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
Now I'm Tony, the number one soul brother. And welcome to another edition of the Tuesday night Hoodview Politics live stream, where we fry coons and we getting that ass. But first, before we get started, though, I want to say something about Friday's show. Last Friday, we had one heated, hot debate about the 94 crime bill. Well, it's centered around the 94 crime bill. And towards the end of the show, I think I said some things on the air, on the live stream that I shouldn't have said. You know, I can't be threatening to whoop people ass on live on the air. That's not a good look. That's not cool. And I apologize to all the people out there that was looking and seeing that. That wasn't a good look on my part, you know. So, you know, the next time I threaten to whoop somebody's ass, it's going to be in private. But nevertheless, you know, I apologize for the outburst. And, you know, one thing when we argue back and forth amongst ourselves, that's one thing. But it can't be getting down on people who choose to come on the show, write comments in the comment section, and participate in the debate. So for that, I apologize. Wasn't a good look on my part. Now let's get on with the show.
Hoodview Politics, as usual.
You know it.
Now, it's a few things we gotta get into, right?
Yeah. And what are those few things?
And one of them is definitely. First of all, we have a black lady who was disrespected in Mississippi on a campus. We're going to talk about that for a minute. We also definitely going to get into Trump trials and tribulations. That's a must. You know? We had the black lady of the week.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to get into. But I do want to start with the Stormy Daniels part of this thing, right? Because she let out some funny details.
yeah. She did that today. She did that.
Like, bruh. First of all, she said she spanked this nigga ass with a magazine and shit.
I mean, you knew the motherfucker was a freak.
But think about that though. When the motherfuckers say that, you talking about Trump?
Look,
that's funny.
I tell you what I take from all that. Look, they're not gonna put, what's the word they use? They're not gonna put all the salacious details out like that. She did more than that. She probably done spanked him with a magazine. She probably done stuck the magazine up his ass. Who knows?
It's funny because, like, I'm not expecting him to be no fucking freak or something, right?
Yeah.
Like coming out in a motherfucking gold ass robe, and when she just thought we were just going downstairs to eat or some shit, and he come out with a robe, right? That's an old man tactic.
What did you
like? This is telling you, let's fuck, please and thank you. You know what I'm saying? That.
But what did you think he was gonna do? We already know. The shit he did with the what's her name? Jean Curl, the lady that he is liable for sexual assault. We know what the fuck he did to her. We know about the Access Hollywood tape, grabbing by the pussy. We know about all of the other shit he done. You know, who wouldn't think this motherfucker done got a gold freak cape that he done put on, and she go to the bathroom. He come back. He laid up in the bed in his drawers, and come on. But the only thing I say about that is it was funny. It was funny to the details that was coming out. But I kind of agree. With the judge to a certain extent to dial some of the details back, because then you would they run the risk of making it all about the shit he was doing with her, and it's really about him falsifying them documents. It's about him cheating on the books and shit, and paying her off and shit. So just the details is cool, but just enough to let you know that this motherfucker was up to some freak shit that he didn't want to get out.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's why he gave her that what was $130,000, some shit like that. So just enough. We can read about the freak shit in the book, because we know the book coming out.
It's funny because that's as simple as that. He gave her money and tried to hide it on his taxes.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because
main man, the person that received it, filed it his way in his taxes. So that means he never the way he having his taxes is business, and Trump taxes is not even there. That's the problem right there, bro. When you do taxes, all that shit got to line up with businesses. When you doing transactions and all that shit, you got to line up. Everybody shit got to line up.
But this shit right here was partly to do with that, but it mostly to do with he didn't want that shit to come out before the election. He didn't want that shit out in the streets about all the freak shit he was doing and cheating on his wife and all that shit. And that's what Hope Hicks, one of his top advisors, was she? Yeah, she was advisor, or was she? I don't think was she press secretary. She was something in his administration. That's what she testified. He didn't want this shit out there, especially after the Access Hollywood video came out. So he had to try to shut her up, and she was already talking. He had already sent some people to threaten her and shit. You need to shut the fuck up about all this shit you was doing with Trump. We don't want to hear that no more. So that goes to what's the word the police always looking for? That goes to motive.
Yeah.
We know what your motive was. You didn't want this shit out there, and you especially didn't want Melania to hear about this shit, especially when you parading her out there like she the good wife when she was already know what she was doing in the first place.
It's funny because she ain't nowhere in sight.
Right.
Nowhere.
Because she embarrassed.
But I mean, it's like nobody out there. Even his fans ain't even out there. They ain't
His
got time
family
for
not
this
even out there. Barely. You don't see Jared. You don't see Jared and Ivanka, the one that he want to date. You don't see her.
He even told this bitch she remind him of his daughter and then try to fuck her.
He did.
Like, what the
He
fuck?
do that with everybody.
Why they gotta be your daughter? What is that?
Because he got a love thing for his daughter. That's old news right there that he got a love thing for Ivanka. He said it. Matter of fact, I put the video out earlier when he said if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. And she was sitting right beside him. It was one of them talk shows.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he got a Woody for his daughter. It seems to be that way.
Not good.
Now that's not a good look in my book.
This is 13th day of the court cases and shit. So it's winding down. One thing, the judge has tapped down on some things. First of all, he had got a gag order, so he got like $9,000 worth of fines. Then motherfuckers accused him of doing this some more. He got another fine, and the judge told that motherfucker, "All right, look here, bro. I'm gonna have to put you in jail, even though I don't want to. Jail time is coming, my guy."
This motherfucker got 10.
This nigga put something up and took it down.
He got 10 contempts of court. 10.
So we know it's working because he took some shit down today.
Yep.
So he's scared.
You should be. I'd have been locked his ass up. I'd have locked his ass up. I'd treat him like he was in a baseball game. 3 strikes. On the third one, his ass would have been locked the fuck up.
It's out.
You out.
It's out.
You got to go. I ain't got time for your ass. This shit you doing is, just getting on my damn nerves now.
Pretty much. But I don't see him. See, this is the thing where I say when motherfucker like Stephen A say they we sympathize with him, right? It's like first of all, the fines, right? But it's a person that know he can't go to jail.
Yeah. He
know you can't find him where it hurts because he can pay whatever the fuck that is. So you sit in a situation where fuck you situation. There's no way in the hell you can tell a black man can sympathize with that. No way at all. Because you're in a situation right now, he can force your hand, but put me in jail, you bitch nigga. And he still won't do it. And he know this. And then what, you gonna give me a fine? Fuck you. I sneezed that shit out. I wiped my ass with $1,000, bro. So what you gonna do now? Nothing.
See, what makes Stephen A comment so asinine in my book is you fed into a stereotype that all black people in some way, shape, form, or fashion is criminals. So by us all being in some shape, form, or fashion criminals, we can sympathize with a dumbasses like Donald Trump's criminal acts, which is not true. All black people are not criminals. It's not all. And for you to sit there and feed into that stereotype, it makes you a jackass. Use this a jackass dude for even doing that. Because look, I got a motherfucking record. I got a record a mile fucking long. But I don't sympathize with motherfucking Trump. Because for one, I don't know. I ain't don't know Trump's situation like he don't know my situation. I ain't never stole no motherfucking nuclear secrets. I ain't never been president and want to keep all the presidential records for myself. I ain't participated in no white collar crimes, and I ain't ever had to pay off the chick I was fucking on the side. I ain't never had to do, and it's a lot of black people that haven't done that. Well, I'm gonna say the majority of black people haven't done that. So for you to say people sympathize with acts like this, no. Most motherfucking black people that's out here in the streets doing whatever they doing to survive is doing it just for that reason, to survive. Unless you're a klepto, but they doing it just to survive. We don't sympathize with what a fucking alleged billionaire is doing and the crimes he is committing. You's a fucking billionaire. Why is you committing any fucking crimes in the first fucking place? You knew you wasn't supposed to take them documents. You knew you cheating on your wife was wrong, and if it got out there, it was gonna make you look bad. Come on, jackass. That's the way I feel about it.
Now, on top of that, he comes out with how he do this thing when he come out at the end of his shit. But this time he came out with some talking to Israel. Now everybody know now, as we speaking, Israel is taking offensive and they taking offensive on Palestine and Hamas.
Yeah. Right,
now, we got a lot of people right now on college campuses protesting this situation, right? So people need to understand the nuts and bolts, really, of what the fuck is going on, because at some point, for example, you got people on campuses having a fit, right, about the war in Gaza. When in reality, this war been going on forever. This ain't nothing new. They've been doing this shit every time. I'm in my 40s. You in your 50s. At least over the last 25 years, every year this bullshit. They doing something over there, blowing each other up or something. And Americans look at it as everybody over there crazy. They're just blowing each other up. It's like it's no connection to what's going on there. And what's happening is a strip of land there that's holy for both sides. And to me, like I said before in the podcast before, that once a leader of a whole country sacrificed the whole country for this sliver of land, he full of shit too. Then you got one side that's want to hide behind the motherfuckers and carry outs and gas stations. So you got a fucked up situation right there. Then whenever this side shoots to try to shoot these people inside the gas station and actually shoot other people, then they looking stupid. Then they call motherfuckers genocides and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you step back, how do you fight the war then? The people want to kill you. They don't even want you to exist, right? That's established. That's in their documents there. Me personally, we have to find a way that everybody can just live peacefully. So therefore, that Gaza Strip got to be taken over by international forces. Either one of y'all motherfuckers can run this. It's just bottom fucking line. Hamas got to fucking go. They cannot run that part. They can't be in the government anymore. Because right now you got the government is Hamas. So you can't help them humanitarily because you're sending money to fucking terrorists. You can't come in there and help the Hamas in the government because they fucking terrorists. So it's a double-edged sword. You see what I'm saying? So you got one country defending itself against this, and people around the world don't like the way they're doing it. Me personally, me and Tony already told y'all from the beginning, Israel doing too much. That's basically what we can tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing too much. We get it. But you're doing way too much what should be done. But on the other side, you can't tell a motherfucker how to do something when somebody come in and threaten you. So you can't stand way over here and be like, nah, you doing too much. Because we don't know what's on the ground. Like when you going somewhere and there's motherfucker 30 people trying to kill you, but 300 people don't know what the hell going on, and they mixed up in them. What do you do? You see what I'm saying? You got to get rid of these motherfuckers. Can't let them slide. And if they making a calculated thought of just eliminate all 30 just to get 10. Now, I don't agree with that. They have to find a smarter way to fight this war, period. But people on campuses here screaming and holler about that shit, I'm not feeling you, bro. And then if you're black, I'm gonna start having a real issue with you. If I ain't seen you out there in George Floyd situations, I ain't seen you out there, motherfucker, when they're stripping women's rights. If you ain't do none of those things and you wait for Palestine to be over there with, then you got a problem. Now, if you're consistent, I'm cool with you. You know what I'm saying? We had an incident. Oh, you got something to say for her? Go ahead.
Right.
About Palestine.
I mean, it's like this. Go back no further than October 7th. And Israel was minding their damn business. Was minding their business. Wasn't fucking with Palestine. Matter of fact, you had Israel was in the midst of peace negotiations with some of the other Arab nations in that region.
In fact, Hamas signed a peace deal.
It wasn't about a whole bunch of fighting and war about to kick off anyway. Hamas started that. And my whole point the whole time is I understand what people, I understand and I feel for the innocent people of Palestine, but Israel was attacked, and you cannot tell somebody who was attacked how to defend themselves. And especially when these people been attacked and attacked and attacked umpteen times by the same fucking people, and they tired of it. You cannot tell them how to defend themselves and say, and if they say this time, this is the last straw, we ain't putting up with this shit no more. We gonna end this shit for once and all. For all, you can't blame them. But what the problem is, in the middle of this, it is not the people, it is not the majority, and it's not the overwhelming majority of the people of Palestine that want this shit. Actually, it's very few Palestinians, if any Palestinians, that want this war and want what Hamas is doing. Hamas is the government over there, and they are doing shit. They don't give a fuck about the people. And this is where the protests and all this other shit come in, because the innocent people, the innocent men, women, and children, who probably most of them are unarmed anyway, knowing Hamas, most of them probably unarmed anyway, because they're not going to allow these people to be armed and rise up against a government that they don't want. So these people don't have access to weapons like you people would lead you to believe. But they are stuck in the middle, and I feel you, because you got innocent men, women, and children over there who are getting slaughtered, they are getting killed, they are getting hurt over something they do not want. And the people want the United States to go up in there and do something and tell Israel what to do. You cannot it's sticky, because you can't, if somebody keep firing off on you and you get tired of it, of course you're going to fuck that. This shit got to end. And
it's tough.
We can't go over there and tell them people what to do.
That's what makes this tough. And
right.
Then you have no other right, because we are part of the NATO alliance, that we got to make sure motherfuckers getting humanitarian resources. So when we send money for that, then everybody a bad guy. It's like, these are things that you have to do as American, bro.
Look,
you can't sit back and let motherfuckers run in countries. You can't do it, because we the power of the world. If that was the case, we just start taking off countries now, one by one, and adding them to America. It's real simple, bro. Or China can start picking off shit, adding to their shit. This will be about 3-country world. Fuck wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all gotta wake the fuck up, man. This is real life, real shit going on around the world, bro. And that's why we say you gotta have a president. That's why I feel like, in general, Biden is more better for this situation than anybody could be in our history right now, because of his age.
This is
his age does it. His age knows, because he knows all this shit.
Yeah,
he knows more shit than the people running shit over there now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
But this is the problem. This is the deal with this age of this generation, and I think it's just plain out tribalism. If you don't agree with what Israel's doing, you're an anti-Semite. If you if you are against Palestine or against Hamas, then you anti-Muslim or anti this, that, and the third. And it's not the case. If you don't agree with one side, you'll label this and this, and if you don't agree with the other side, you'll label this, that, and the third. And that's the problem. People don't want to sit there and dissect the situation. It is, you can try to make it seem black and white. Everything is not black and white. And I try to tell y'all this when it comes to politics. Politics is the most nuanced thing, is the most nuanced subject you can ever get into. That's why a lot of people don't get into it and try to stay away from it, because they don't understand. You could do something over here that affects somebody way on the other side of the world, and you not even know it. And that's what and that's what's happening now. But it doesn't make you an anti-Semite. It doesn't make you anti-Muslim. It doesn't make you any of them things. Some people just can look at the situation and can see it from both sides. Because yes, Israel is going too far on some of the shit they doing. Yes, Israel need to back shit up. But you cannot blame Israel for wanting to take out Hamas, especially when Hamas keep attacking them. And Hamas is attacking them in the name of Iran, who is backing Hamas, and there's some other countries over there that's backing Hamas. Hamas, the Hutus, and a whole lot more over there. So people want to make it seem more simple than what it is. It's a complicated situation. The Middle East always been complicated, and it's going to always be complicated. That's why you can't get to a two-state solution, because it's too damn complicated.
So you had on the campus of Mississippi, you had a protest.
Oh yeah,
where you had a female by the name of Jalen R. Smith, who's a black female. And they start calling names, Lizzo, and calling up monkeys, dancing like a monkey around her. There's a lot of that went on at this campus, right? So I'm gonna play a little bit of what happened there, and then we're gonna express this shit.
A national fraternity says it has removed one of its members for racist actions at the University of Mississippi. Viral video shows a man appearing to make monkey noises and gestures at a black woman as she joined a group to protest the Israel-Hamas war. Officials call the students' actions anti-ethical to the values of Phi Delta Theta and the Mississippi Alpha chapter.
I want you to look at the scene.
Nobody was arrested during this demonstration where hecklers vastly outnumbered the protesters. Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us now.
I mean, after looking at that, Khalif, I mean, what can you really say? And how should the school react?
Well, the ball's in there.
Now, before we go any further, right? Personally, looking around through that whole situation, right? That was a black woman that was really putting herself seriously in a serious situation, bro. Because when I look around, it's almost literally not another black soul.
The future is not just going to happen.
Not just in the crowd, literally on the ground anywhere. She literally the only black person there. And not only hostile, you cannot tell me screaming Trump has anything to do with some fucking Gaza. Screaming, calling her a monkey has anything to do with Gaza. So come on, what are we doing? To me, at the end of this, I got a rant.
The lawmaker is showing his support to counter protesters at the University of Mississippi. This after one protester who appeared to make monkey gestures at a black woman. The video going viral shows a group having a heated argument with a black woman. One person is seen making monkey noises and gestures towards her. Republican Congressman Mike Collins took to social media praising the protesters rallying against the pro-Palestine demonstrators, saying, quote, Ole Miss taking care of business. There were no arrests made during the campus demonstration.
Now, again, looking at that situation, that's a stressful situation there for any black person in America to be in, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are. You had to be at least Mike Tyson to be comfortable there. Literally, bro. We talking about look. I want you to just look around this lady for a minute. Look around her. Look at what she dealing with. Look, even the people in her face. They're supposed to be the authority. Look at what she's dealing with right now. At least 300 white people screaming, nigga, monkey, Trump. Nothing to do with some fucking Gaza. But they out there for that though. Remember that? Well, 3 people in her fucking face supposed to be secure. Why is her? She ain't done understand the fuck there. Why is there 3 of them around her to do what? What are they making her do? Do what? What are you telling her to do? Now she ain't don't understand it. You should be discussing all these crackers right here. Turn your motherfucking ass around and tell them to get the fuck on and going out their business. Simple as that. They not protesting nothing. They just dare to be rednecks. They just dare to be racist. Period. I'm shocked. First of all, I'm not shocked there ain't no more black people around, but I'm shocked that the authority there felt it was just to put their concentration on this woman, where there's at least 200 white people around her. If this thing would have escalated, she could have been hurt. Yeah. Easily. And this is on Mississippi. This, to me, bruh, fuck the frat not letting some of these motherfuckers back in. The motherfucking, whoever the president is of this fucking college, everybody on this fucking camera right now, because we can see him. I know your ass can see him too. And you actually know these motherfuckers when you see them. We don't know these crackers. You know them when you look in the fucking camera. Each and every one, you even know their fucking parents. Never one of these motherfuckers should be in school ever for the rest of this year. Never one, if they're graduating, should never see a graduation. Y'all want to scream anti-Jew shit, and in the meanwhile, they can get together and forget they got their problems and forgot, oh yeah, there's a black motherfucker over there. We together now. Lizzo, monkey, Trump. Fuck the Gaza shit. We got a common denominator here that everybody in the United States keep fucking forgetting about. Niggas. Niggas is the left out part of this shit. Screaming Gaza and all that bullshit might sound fun, but this is a prime example of who still left the fuck out. Who left out? We got a whole protest out here full of white people. And to me, she's the one that's brave, got heart, that at least be standing there. I don't know where the fuck her friends at. Why she even there by herself is odd. Go ahead.
Well, first of all,
Jaylene R. Smith is her name.
Okay. Shout out to Jaylene. Jaylene, you a bad mama jam.
Best believe it.
I'm gonna give you that much. But I want to say this much. We're gonna start here. Where the fuck did this take place at? Mississippi. One of the most racist states in the union. So does that surprise me that shit like this would go on at a rally in Mississippi? No. That's why you ain't seeing too many black people out there. You can get credit for a university opening up a probe into this. Probe probably ain't gonna go too far. The fraternity kicked the dude out. Okay, cool. But look, as my man was saying, if you're out there protesting Israel and Gaza and this, that, and the third, okay, and you got a difference of opinion, where did all the monkey shit come from and the Lizzo shit come from?
Oh no.
And let me see. And if these was racist, see this what I'm trying. This me what I'm trying to figure out.
Me and you got to step out back.
Hey, if you got racists that they infiltrated this protest, whose side was they on? Because the last I heard, and somebody get me right if I'm wrong, racist motherfuckers hate the people on both sides. They don't fuck with Jews and they don't fuck with Muslims. That was the last time I checked. If something changed in the last 12 hours, somebody let me know. But so what? So you telling me these racist bastards that came out there, they don't like neither side, and then go on the black girl. So they were just coming out there. See, this is another problem, and this is the problem that we had during the George Floyd protest, and before them, and protest before the George Floyd protest, where you had a group of, I'm gonna say, rabble rousers. You had a group of rabble rousers that will go out and cause trouble and do shit to make it seem as though the crowd that was peacefully protesting was causing trouble. And it seems to me that this is what you have here. Because if you have racists that have infiltrated and are sitting out here going on this black lady, calling her Lizzo, calling her the N-word, so and so and so. But I'm saying, whose side are you? What was you out there protesting? Who was you protesting for? Because the last time I checked, racists didn't like Jews. They don't like Jews, and they
started off with niggas, so
they don't like Jews and Muslims. So do niggas trump?
Yeah.
I got to cut that shit out.
We do.
Wait a minute. Do niggas trump Jews and Muslims?
Also, we do.
Hold up. There's some niggas out there. Fuck that shit. We gonna take care of them niggas first.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to you. It's like that motherfucking cartoon where the motherfuckers they against each other. But once they see one motherfucker, all right, we together.
They don't like.
We gonna get it for a minute.
We get back to each other in a minute. But we got to get this motherfucker right here.
This fat ass listen
out of here.
We gotta get this bitch out of here. She loud too.
Yeah, she
Let's
black.
get her out
She a
of here.
woman.
No.
No. That's what I.
We gonna get Lizzo out of here.
That's what got me kind of lost in the situation. I don't know. You know, he the dude was sitting out there. I'm saying he making monkey sounds and shit.
What the fuck?
Dude, what the fuck was the dude? What? It's Mississippi. So it don't shock me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The Lizzo joint would have came from a black person. They would have called her Lizzo just by her being black and fat like that.
Yeah.
But I could kind of let the Lizzo slide by screaming that. But once you went into the monkey mode and start screaming out the slurs, none of that shit. The Lizzo ain't had nothing to do with anything at all. I'm just far as trying to be funny. If you trying to be funny, you turn around and be Lizzo. Okay, that's funny. But when you took it to the stream was the extras. You want to give it some extras and shit like monkey,
I'm trying
Trump.
Yeah,
like
what
what the
get
fuck?
to this. See, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this shit. Because if you out there screaming Trump, if we out there screaming Trump, so we know you wasn't out there for Gaza.
You the infiltrator ass nigga.
Because we know it's been established. It's been established by his actions. Mm-hmm. Trump don't fuck with Muslims. He don't want a motherfucker
Muslim ban.
He don't want a motherfucker in the country from a Muslim country.
Don't even got to say that no more. Yeah.
Are you with okay? So now, in the racist eyes, are you taking up the cause of Israel and Jewish people? I don't know.
That is confusing though.
Well, if you are taking up the cause of Israel and Jewish people, and you decided that you're going off on a black person, I don't get that, because other than Kanye and a few others, Jews and blacks, last I checked, wasn't at war. I know that Jews support a lot of black causes. Jews marched in the civil rights movement. So what are you gaining? We like you, but we like them even less, and fuck that. I don't get it. It's just an odd thing, but it's Mississippi, so it might be some inbred hillbilly motherfuckers out there doing this dumb shit.
Shouts out to motherfucking Jaylene.
Yeah, Jaylene.
First of all, for standing your ass there. First of all, because there's not a whole lot of females in this world would stand there with all those white motherfuckers, bro, and still balk your shit.
Yeah.
And then what was the security guards doing? I'm confused, boy.
Yeah, you was a bad mama jamma.
I'd love to talk to you too. If you want to come on this podcast, we'd love to talk to you. You know what? You might be a black lady of the week.
You know what? I'm about to pull an audible. I'm about to pull an audible right now. I don't know who we was gonna do for Black Lady of the Week yet, or whoever she was. I'm gonna call an audible because of what she did and what she been through. Jaylene, you are Black Lady of the Week in my eyes. I give it to you because it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of nuts. It takes some balls. She got balls. You know, she got testicular fortitude.
Yes, she does.
In my book. And you the Black Lady of the Week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, you stood up to the police and all them other white people out there. Took them insults. You took
that's crazy.
You look racism in the face and you didn't back down. You are Cocoa Butter, Black Lady of the Week.
And didn't back up. Jaylene R. Smith.
Right on.
Damn. That was a ton of white people, bro. Me, I would just start spazzing out. Like, trying to hit everything white, which would have been everything around me. Like, god damn. What the fuck? It's like you on a motherfucking football field full of motherfucking white people and you just the only black person there. That's where she was at that moment.
That's Mississippi.
Jeez. Now, a lot went on this week in politics. We got Trump. Serious. We got Trump motherfucking potential vice presidents, right? Which is a few, you know what I'm saying? Few more nuts in the almond joy. You know what I'm saying? I found out motherfuckers in UK call motherfuckers Oreos almond joys. UK. Hey, I'm gonna get this is Black Lives Matter lady in UK. I'm gonna get her on this. I'm a host of that shit. Come on, Drake. Probably look at us like motherfucker. Fuck, I look like, you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna reach out to her and see if she come on the show. We're gonna reach out to the Black Lady of the Week too, and see if she'll come on here too. We won't really have a lot to talk to her about. You know what I'm saying? That dig into that conversation and how that went in front of all those crackers, boy. That was a tough one. You know what I'm saying, dog? So what we're gonna do this week here is got a little video, a little montage of this week in motherfucking news. And I'm gonna call that the motherfucker. This is called the motherfucking media gumbo. It's about 4.5 minutes. We're gonna check that out.
President. Kristen, you can ask him multiple times.
Senator, just a yes or no answer.
So the American people will make the decision.
But I don't hear you committing
for President Trump. That's clear.
I don't hear you committing to the election results.
Here's the deal.
Will you commit to accepting the election results?
This is why so many Americans believe that NBC is an extension of the Democrat Party. At the end of the day, I've said what I've said. I know that the American people, their voices will be heard, and I believe that President Trump will be our next president. It's that simple.
But, Senator, as you know, the hallmark of our democracy is that both candidates agree to a peaceful transfer of power. So I'm asking you, as a potential VP nominee, will you accept to commit to the election results in this election cycle, no matter who wins? Just simply yes or no.
I expect President Trump to win the next election. Listen, I'm not going to answer your hypothetical question when, in fact, I believe the American people are speaking.
And that he was a little tyrant.
Do you have a question for me, Margaret?
Yes, I do. South Korea is a treaty ally. North Korea is a nuclear-armed adversary. So that's a pretty big thing to confuse. I know you read this book before it was published because you released video of your recording of the audiobook. You didn't catch these errors when you were recording it?
Oh, Margaret, as soon as it was brought to my attention, I took action to make sure that it was reflected. And listen, this is what is so discouraging about politics and the media today, is that we have the White House that just recently came out and confirmed that President Joe Biden has misspoken, has made mistakes, has even outright lied over close to 150 times just this year, and you've done nothing to question him on any of that. And you're talking about a book that hasn't been released yet, that's been corrected before it's been released, and you haven't said one thing about Joe Biden saying that he was in prison with Nelson Mandela, that he started the civil rights movement.
If I had an interview with Joe Biden, who I've asked for multiple times, I will definitely ask him about his record, but I'm asking you about your book here, which we have.
I'm just asking for why am I being treated differently than every other person that you
screen? The White House brought on a new border person, Blas Nunez Neto. What is it? What is that? Does that give any indications of urgency, speed of the executive order that the president has been considering?
So look, we look forward to the DHS Assistant Secretary joining the White House and continuing his work in implementing the administration's vision across the border security and immigration spaces. Don't have anything new to read out on any new announcements, but look, this is an administration that is committed to fixing the broken immigration system. On his first day of this administration, the first piece of legislation that he put forward was a comprehensive piece of legislation to deal with the broken system, to deal with what we're seeing with at the border, the challenges. And then we moved forward when that legislation was not moving forward in Congress. We had a 2-month negotiation process with senators to come up with a bipartisan proposal. And so that was rejected, as you all know, by Republicans because of the former president stating that this would hurt him and help Joe Biden.
And in addition to be a potential VP pick with former President Donald Trump. So let me just ask you, did you discuss with the former president the possibility of being his running mate, Senator?
No, man, what we talked about this weekend was how bad the economy is for single parents like the one that raised me. We had a lot of conversations around the room about the importance of eliminating Bidenomics, about the importance of getting inflation back down to 2%. We were just better off under President Trump. Inflation, Kristen, was at 2%. And we had the lowest unemployment rates for African Americans, for Hispanics, for Asians, a 70-year low for women. We had the highest funding for historically black colleges and universities in the history of the country under President Trump. So we were excited to have a conversation. We had no conversations about the VP pick, to be honest with you, to be clear. But we had a lot of conversations about the failures of Joe Biden and the success of Donald Trump.
A couple of points on the economy. Of course, the inflation rate has come down significantly
from its high in 2022. In terms of black unemployment, it was actually at its lowest rate last year, 4.7% in April of 2023, as compared to 5.3% under 2019 with Donald Trump. But just to be very clear,
some world leaders, and one specific one, quote, I remember when I met with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, I'm sure he underestimated me, having no clue about my experience staring down little tyrants. I've been a children's pastor after all. Did you meet Kim Jong-un?
Well, as soon as this was brought to my attention, I certainly made some changes and looked at this passage, and I've met with many world leaders. I've traveled around the world. As soon as it was brought to my attention, we went forward and have made some edits. So I'm glad that this book is being released in a couple of days, and that those edits will be in place, and that people will have the updated version.
So you did not meet with Kim Jong-un. That's what you're saying.
No, I met with many world leaders. Many world leaders. I've traveled around the world. I think I've.
That's media gumbo for this week.
I got a lot to say about it.
Let's get into some of that. Now, everybody's seen these are two vice president candidates that's being mentioned. Put it like that. Yeah, the first one, Tim Scott, that was on there. She asked him a point blank question. Would you support the winner of this year's presidential race, no matter who win? No matter who win, which is going to happen. Somebody going to win. He goes to say, I don't want to ask you hypotheticals.
It's not a hypothetical. It's something that's going to happen.
What?
It's not a hypothetical. It's going to happen.
Hey, this fella said, see, Christy, I'm not answering hypotheticals. Like what?
Come November 5th.
Somebody got to win, you dumbass.
Somebody going to win and somebody going to lose come November 5th.
That's not even hypothetical.
It's not a hypothetical. So
when that happens, do you support whoever it is?
So
what the fuck? That's me. Now I get that he want to be vice president, right? To me, to be vice president, you gotta let everybody know first. It was stolen. Last election was stolen. First, right? And you either not gonna answer the question of this, or gonna say, I'm gonna motherfucking do what what's the motherfucker did? The vice president didn't do. What's his name?
Oh, Pence.
Pence didn't do, I'm gonna do. So that's gonna get you vice president status. Sitting there and not answering these questions like he did is going to be it. That will help him, put it like that.
All right. Let me say,
just to make it clear to everybody why he didn't answer it right. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't want Trump to see him saying either he agreed with the election was right. He didn't want to say that. And then he didn't want to say what he was going to agree with it. Because if Trump lost, he didn't want to say he won't agree with it.
Right. Let me get something straight for all you people out there. I'm gonna get this straight. All right. On the Republican side this year, in this election cycle, it doesn't matter who the fuck the vice presidential nominee is, because your only job is as vice president in a Trump administration is to co-sign everything he tells you to do, is to do what he tells you to do. It's whatever his agenda is just to make sure his agenda gets done. It's nothing about you. If you cannot deliver what he needs or wants, you cannot do what he wants, you is of no use. So don't think you're going to influence. Don't think that the Republican vice presidential nominee is going to influence policy, is going to fucking have an agenda or whatever that you're going to give this person something to do, and this person, and you can trust this person to get it done, as in the case of what Obama did with Joe Biden and what Joe Biden does in the case of Kamala Harris. You don't expect that. His job or her job is to do nothing. It doesn't matter. You can pick up a toothless street whore off the street and make her vice president, and it's just be the same as making Tim Scott or this other broad vice president, because it doesn't mean anything.
But you know, this weekend he had all of them over Mar-a-Lago.
All of them, yeah.
So it is mean something. They all, when they get on TV, going to try to impress them. What do you mean?
It means something because you just got to have somebody on the ticket, but they're not going to do nothing.
They doing things to impress them though. Yeah, this bitch shooting a dog and the goat. What do you mean? And then Line said she met fucking what's his name? Look. Then the bitch asked her point blank. Look, the bitch said, "Did you meet Jim Connick?" She said, "I met many leaders." No. Did you meet him? She never answered that fucking question, bro. Why? Just say no. God damn it, you lied.
This is what the Republican nominee is going to do. The vice president nominee is going to do. They're going to end. They're going to commit political suicide. That's all they're going to do.
And then don't get
picked. Mean anything, right? Anybody that's associated with Trump in his campaign, and if he unfortunately gets into the White House, just like everybody, look back at his last at the 4 years Trump was in office, and all of the people that served in his administration, that was cabinet officials or cabinet secretaries or whatever. Name one that has a political future that didn't commit political suicide by being associated with this man. Name one.
They don't care. They want to be vice president. This bitch had a nerve. Yeah. The bitch asked her a question about her book. She had a nerve to say, "Well, I ain't asking Biden about 150 lies." Like, what?
Yeah. But my question is,
Biden had to do with anything?
Right.
And 150 lies?
Okay, yeah.
What is that?
I'm glad you brought that part up.
What was that though, bro?
You said Biden told 150 lies in a year. Was it something like a year like that?
She said, "Yeah, this year, yeah."
This motherfucking Trump was averaging something like 200-300 lies a day. What are you talking about?
She sounded so stupid. He had 5,000 at one time in a week.
Oh my God.
What is she talking about?
The dude got more Pinocchios than anybody.
They stopped.
All the other fucking presidents in history.
There's no need to even do Pinocchios for him anymore. Just start writing down shit that he said right.
It's like, look, if you open his mouth,
there's truthful shit, then you write down. Then you ain't doing so much work.
He told the truth today. But my point is,
this is crazy. This is sick shit, bro.
Look, for one, if he picks the woman,
the crazy bitch.
No, she's worse than Sarah Palin.
They all that's what they are.
She's worse than Sarah Palin,
bro. These are Sarah Palins.
She's worse than Sarah. She's worse.
They
than
really
Sarah
are these people.
And
she's a little smarter than Sarah Palin, though.
I don't think.
In these interviews, she wasn't answering, but she was talking. You see what I'm saying? She filled that whole thing up. You know, when she asked about, she never said it. Yeah. She never said she met him. It sounded good though. So the normal person just listened to her. But she sounds smart.
How the fuck do you write a book and you don't know what's in the book?
And
I don't get that.
You didn't never meet this motherfucker. Why would that be in your book?
I would get in the book unless you said you met this motherfucker. So you was a lying ass heifer that you went out here and you tried to spruce up your resume.
Yeah.
In hopes of a political future. You basically just committed political suicide because you're not going anywhere. And that's for Tim Scott.
They jumped off the cliff hoping he grabbed him with a parachute.
Look.
You feel me?
Right. And that's for Tim Scott. What is Tim Scott going to bring you? He can't deliver black votes because he has no cash. Tim Scott has no cachet in the black community. He has no cachet in the black community. He has no standing in the black community. No. You can put this man up against you can't put this man up against Kamala Harris and let him tell that lie. And let him tell that lie that he tried to tell Christian Welker, talking about we put out more money to black universities than anybody in history. You cannot put him up when she would look at him and say, "Nigga, please, you did what? hold on, motherfucker. I'm gonna give you the date, the time. I'm gonna give you the date, the time that me and the president signed that bill to give billions, but a B, billions to the black universities. So you can't do that. You can't have this man. You can't have this man, which we know is strongly anti-abortion. You cannot have this man go out there up against a woman in a debate and tell this woman to her face that you have no right to do what you want with your body. Okay, how's that gonna come off? That's not gonna come off too good. And wait till they bring up the fake fiance. That's some wild shit right there. So me personally, I just think if it's down to them two deeply flawed, and I think it'll end up being somebody else. He fuck around. It might fuck around and be Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh my God! Just to get her the fuck out of their way in the Senate, huh?
It just might fuck around and be
now,
her.
if you step back, if you Trump, who would you trust out of everybody in the Senate, in the Congress? She won.
What?
Anything.
To do what? On the Republican side?
And your trust to do what Pence didn't do. Put it like that. Marjorie Taylor Greene would do that with a wet pussy.
Oh yeah, she would do it. The only one I probably only one that's on the Republican side that I would trust in the Senate not to do it is Mitt Romney.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna be involved in that cabinet.
No, he ain't gonna. That motherfucker ain't going nowhere near.
Hell no.
But so it's
people like them. That's why I say this is gonna be the worst one on this round right here, because he had 3 shots. He really know what he's doing now, right? So he gonna make it so it's nobody around him that's gonna dissent or none of that shit. It's gonna be like,
right. It's all
do
yes
what I
men.
say. Exactly.
It's his vice president, his cabinet, his advisors, his chief of staff, everybody that's going around him is going to be yes men.
Because to him, he should be president if Pence would have did what he's supposed to him to do. After him putting the fake electors in and everything, setting it up for him, and he just didn't do it. Marjorie Taylor Greene, shit. That bitch doing it.
That bitch doing it.
ASAP. So that you gotta look at that stuff like that. He only look for somebody to do that. He's not looking for a vice president for real. You know what I'm saying? He want to make sure that whoever he picked will do that if it came down to that.
And see, we talking about like these maniacs. He
She'll definitely do it too.
VP and
Giuliani would do it. Watch out for Giuliani.
Giuliani going to jail.
He owed Giuliani too, so he might put him on the ticket.
Hell no, there's no way in hell he can put Giuliani on that ticket. Rudy might be in jail before him. But Biden picked up a GOP endorsement. He got a Republican endorsement. Was it day or yesterday from former Georgia Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan.
Yeah,
who wrote in an op-ed. He said, and I quote, "I'll vote for President Biden, a decent person I disagree with, over Trump, a criminal defendant without a moral compass."
That's right. That's there. Deep. No, that's not. That's what we need in America. We need that first person to say, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care how this go. Y'all know I'm a pig. Y'all know I'm a racist, but this is too much for me. This is even bridge 2-step for my racist ass. You know what I'm saying? Now, he is just not competent.
Like, you said this motherfucker he just ain't. When somebody steps out there and say you has no moral compass, you is anything.
We seeing it as he going through these trials, the shit he doing in the trials. He told the motherfucking lawyer, nah, don't just pay no fucking bill. You always negotiate bills you owe. Like, nigga, what?
I pay the motherfucker.
You owe me, motherfucker. We not negotiating. And that's how he worked. That was literally how he worked, bro. Sleazy, dirty, and he just can't deny how sleazy he is, bro.
Oh, and matter of fact,
Real sleazy.
I got another issue I got to bring up. This was funny.
It's a rant.
It's not a rant. I ain't got no rant on right now. I'll
I
probably have a rant before the night is up, but I don't know yet. This is funny. And this is funny for you libertarians. We had a libertarian on here one time, 2 times. I'm a libertarian.
Yeah.
Now all hell done broke loose in the Libertarian Party because the Libertarians have asked Trump to headline their convention. Now, the members of the party committee said, hell no, y'all got to take that invitation back. So now you got a split in a party that really wasn't that big at all. They ain't like this overwhelmingly like libertarians can sway.
I wish David come on here so we can talk about the Libertarian Party.
But
shouts out to David.
But where did this come from?
That's my first time hearing about Libertarian Party when he popped up that day. I'm like, huh? What's that?
Well,
remember that shit? I was like, huh?
I'm reading this shit like, hold up, man, where the hell this come from? The libertarians want Trump to headline that convention. So that means this, I guess, this cycle, the libertarians don't have a
candidate.
They don't have a candidate because they was trying to get that no labels. They were trying to get no labels to throw out a candidate.
And you know what's the name? Biden would not be that candidate. Libertarians, that's the whole point of them. They don't fuck with Democrats. They talk all day about Democrats, don't have shit to say about Republicans.
Damn.
That might be real.
This a bitch.
At this point, real. Where we at, real? Because I don't know. What are you, a libertarian?
I don't know what the fuck.
Because sometimes you defend Trump, then don't defend Trump. I don't know how that works. I don't know how none of this stuff works no more. You know what I'm saying, dog? You're libertarian, or you're a MAGA, or you're a Republican. I don't know what the fuck. If you sign up to anything Trump do, that's good enough for me.
He is something.
You don't need a name for that.
You know, I'm gonna be
I got you.
I don't know what I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna be something.
Little man always say, "We got you." I'll shout, "Gotcha."
That's kind of funny there, but man, so y'all got half the party or part of the party and say, well, fuck it, we'll jump on the Trump train. But do you know, okay, when you jump on the Trump train, ain't no jumping off the Trump train.
Nah, you go to jail.
And you're gonna be a part of that train wreck. So I guess they ready to sell their soul to MAGA.
Yeah, now.
I don't know. Funny to me. Fuck them.
Now everybody forgot about Baltimore DA that put the motherfucking case on main man. The police dude up that
Freddie Gray.
Freddie Gray joined Baltimore.
That's the
right?
only good thing she did.
So she right now is going on under a lot of things right now. She looking at 40 years in fucking prison. You heard about this shit?
Man, I remember all that
It
shit.
is crazy. Now she came on Joy Reid.
That was the second. That's on the second set of shit she did. We ain't even got to the shit she did. We ain't even talk about the shit she did as mayor.
Then she went on Joy Reid. Joy Reid gave her an interview. Now we need to get on. She had another interview with Brittany Griner too, bro. You seen her about that?
Yeah, Brittany ain't playing ball no more. Brittany moving on to other things.
Get on her too. But the DA of Baltimore, right, is looking at 40 years for using her money to. First of all, it's kind of funny how this is. That's why I say, y'all, Trump should be going to jail, bro, because this is not no bullshit when you start playing around with your money. You know what I'm saying? And documents and filing shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think she put up a house or something to buy some a cousin a house or a friend a house or something. She used her own money or something. And
she did some funny shit.
Well, she used her money. Well, she claims she was suffering from a financial hardship because of the pandemic. So
shit.
Yeah, so she used the money for down payments on 2 vacation homes in Florida. So that's why she in trouble.
That was just dumb. But that's not far off of the shit she was doing when she was mayor.
Remember, when she was the one that charged the 6 police officers in Freddie Gate, like you said earlier.
Yeah, but she ain't had no fucking choice. That was open and shut.
Yeah, but everybody now at this point thinking this is retaliation for that.
It wasn't retaliation because her and her husband was doing wild shit. Her and her husband was doing wild shit with the money and state money and city money and all types of shit. They was doing dumbass shit, and this shit went back to what the fuck? Let me see, like 2016. No, little further, about 2018. I remember right when she about to get indicted. I was down motherfucking MCIJ at the time. When she came down there to visit, she was talking about doing some shit with prison reform and all that other shit. And then it was ironic. Less than a fucking year later, she was headed to prison. I was like, damn, this is the fuck up. This fine too. But yeah, she was doing all kind of. They was her and husband doing wild shit, and you was like, damn, she the reason. She's the reason that Brandon Scott got into office, because between her and the lady before her with the books that did the funny shit with the books, Dixon, they was doing so much fucked up shit that Baldwin was like, man, fuck it, we gonna turn to this youngin' and let him turn it around. But what
she did was her brother had about to lose his house. Mm-hmm. She gave him the money to take care of that. Now the problem was it campaign money? Where was the money coming from? That's what the shit she in right now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if she falsified those, that's why she looking at 40 years. That's why I was trying to tell y'all that Trump shit is not no simple shit.
It's not no simple shit.
Like, this nigga actually can't go to jail, but he's the president. They gonna find some other thing to do with him, but that some jail shit, bruh.
Yeah, campaign finances, fucking with
yes, they don't understand that.
Fucking with the campaign finance money and being funny with it. You might think it's easy. That's why you got the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, or whatever the fuck they call it. That's why you got. 40. That's why you got to report shit to the FEC.
This nigga murder motherfucker get out.
All of this shit. 40. Yeah. All of this shit, you got to account for every dime that the public gives you. And not to mention, on top of that, it's a certain amount of money in certain campaigns that the federal government gives you. So you gotta account for all that money, and especially when you look, any fraud that got to do with campaign money and donations from ordinary people, especially, they don't play with that shit.
And she got paid $247,000 that year, $9,800 a week.
Look at that. What's that motherfucker?
She was comfortable.
That crazy.
Fuck out of here.
What's that weirdo in New York? What's this? George Santos? Mm-hmm. All the shit he was doing. Then you had the other one that was paying for Botox and all this old other shit. You can't do that.
Now she went on motherfucking Joy Reid, which I love. I love me some Joy Reid. So anybody don't know who Joy Reid? She on MSNBC. She's a black lady. Check her out for sure. She's not one of up and rise upcomers because she been doing this. You know what I'm saying? So y'all check her out on MSNBC. She even got an interview with Brittany Griner too. So check her out. But when she talked to Shorty, man, Shorty explained it.
Yeah, it's still an incredibly sobering moment, right? I've done absolutely nothing wrong, nothing illegal, nothing criminal.
This was your money. Was there any public money involved in this transaction?
No, absolutely not. This was not, despite how I've been vilified, when the gag order was in place and I was unable to defend myself. It's just not PPP loans. This is not a COVID relief funding. This was the money that I was putting away every 2 weeks in a retirement savings account. And I was advised I could withdraw from this fund. There was, the person that testified, the government witness, got on the stand and said all I needed to do was suffer a $50 adversity.
Right.
And I had more than a $50 adversity as a result of COVID. So I didn't even take the stand once that came out, right? And it's like, obviously, I'm not going to be convicted. I know that this was politically targeted, and it was sobering.
Talk about this, because you do say that you've been targeted, and why do you think that happened? Because the thing that changed between you indicting those officers in the Freddie Gray case, and this is the president changed, the Justice Department changed, and Leo Wise got a lot more power. Talk about that a little bit.
So, I mean, I think that you've kind of touched upon all of it, right? Like when you look at the policies that were being implemented, not only did President Trump say, I need to prosecute myself, but 2 months after, Larry Krasner from Philadelphia and I called him out in the Washington Post, they started this investigation.
And who is Larry Krasner?
Larry Krasner is a Philadelphia district attorney.
Right. And so there.
Hold on for a minute. So far, what she's saying is she been set up. Now, my man Tony just went on a soliloquy about how he feel like she ain't been set up. So, but she's making a good point though. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if it's true or not. That's the thing. Where the person here and that person there, the DA there, is bringing the cases up and shit. We don't know. We never know. A motherfucker can retaliate for that shit.
Yeah, I agree. A motherfucker can retaliate, but I remember the Freddie Gray shit.
Oh yeah, I was tough.
When the Freddie Gray shit went down, she had the support. She only had the support of state officials, national officials. She had the support of everybody. I don't see that shit never even made it to trial. And Freddie Gray mother got broke off in the process. Freddie Gray mother is sitting right now, riding around Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
Don't believe me? She's riding around Baltimore, Maryland in a green Bentley. Money green Bentley. That's how she got broke off. So with the Freddie Gray shit, and it wasn't a whole lot of controversy about the Freddie Gray shit. The officers was wrong. What they did was wrong. Now, who retaliating on her, I don't get. But I do. I remember it was a lot of shit.
It was a lot going on.
It was a lot of shit with her, and so
it was a lot
with her. It's just a lot of shit with Marilyn Mosley, and me personally, I think she putting them up, using saying the Freddie Gray shit as an excuse for them to go after her
and her black skin to help defend, saying, "Oh, they after me." It's too. It's a lot. Black people do that too when they really fucked up and they in a bad situation. They'd be like, you know what? I'm black. They trying to get at me because of that black situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's easy for black people to latch onto that and be like, yeah, fuck that. They trying to fuck over my girl because she did that. You know what I'm saying? But
then
I do understand where she's coming from, though. To be honest with you.
I feel you on that. But if that's the case, Baltimore is like the setup with politicians in Baltimore is like in DC. 95% of them are black. 95% of them are black. On the city council, who was the last white mayor? Was it Glenn Denning? Oh no, it might have been one before him. The last one, well, Glenn Denning became governor too. I think the last two white mayors of Baltimore became governor.
What they saying is she used federal funds to give her brother pay his debts off. So what she's saying is it was not federal funds. It was her own money she been saving. Like y'all just heard her. But my thing is she want to be pardoned. I want y'all to listen to this.
Petition asking President Biden to pardon you. Is that what you want?
I mean, I think that that's appropriate. I mean, I think I don't believe that. I know that I've done absolutely nothing wrong, nothing criminal, and to be separated from my children for 40 years as a result of withdrawing $90,000 of my own money, it just makes absolutely no sense. It's illogical. And so, I want the people that I fought for. I fought so hard, first generation college student. They're trying to take my law license, as in an emergency petition, an unprecedented move. I want this justice system that I fought so hard to equalize and to balance the scales of justice, where the business model is based off the backs of Black and brown people, for the people that I fought for to understand and recognize that I need them to fight for me, not because it's Marilyn Mosby, but because something like this goes beyond Marilyn Mosby. If they can do this to Marilyn Mosby, who had the audacity to challenge the status quo, they can do this to anybody. They can do this more specifically to those prosecutors that have the courage and the gall to challenge the status quo in the way that I did.
She put a lot into that right there. First, again, when people start using a lot of words and shit, it starts sounding like they real good at it. It's real smart. And you're like, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
It was not, to me, she knows she did a lot of dirty shit, first of all. And the fact that she acted dumb and won't act for a pardon when you ain't even been through your situation yet. You haven't been through the fucking joint yet. Like, what are we rapping about? Why would you ask for a pardon? Honestly, you felt like they got enough evidence for your ass gonna be going so far down that you gonna need a pardon.
Because you going to that women's prison and them dykes gonna get you.
Obviously, you know for a fact you did enough. You know what I'm saying? But she's still saying it was her money.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna go Whitney Houston here. If that, $90,000, where the receipts? If ain't nobody throwing no $90,000 around of their own money, where the receipts? Where the paper trail? Come on, we need some bank statements. We need if you couldn't produce nothing to say that this money would came out of your account that you gave to your brother, brother-in-law, whoever it was. You supposed to have your paperwork in order. Especially if, as you say, motherfuckers is after you. People are after you. How's your paperwork in this money trail not in order? If that's the case, you going to jail for being negligent.
Pardon though?
But now you want to pardon.
You starting to sound like motherfucking Trump to me. Like, go through your shit first, bro. You ain't even been in court yet.
I want to say this.
Like, what the fuck? You don't know if they might drop it or not. Like, I want to pardon already. Like, what the fuck?
I want to say this to you, Marilyn Mosley. And as I get on here every week, this might be a rant. As I get on here every week, and I tell you, I'm not telling you nothing nobody told me. I am telling you what I know, what I done seen. Now, I've been in the Maryland system.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, the Maryland system, and anybody can tell you, all the whole Maryland state prison system is overran.
Oh, yeah.
By people from Baltimore, especially Baltimore City.
Yeah.
It is overwhelmingly Baltimore. Now, for you to talk about you getting a pardon is bullshit. You know why? Because I know brothers
a pardon
that I've been in there with in Baltimore that are still fighting to get out.
Exactly.
For charges that was trumped up on them, or they didn't do, or shit, they was overcharged with shit. Now I ain't saying it was all on your watch, but some of this shit was doing when you was DA.
Exactly.
I've sit there and watched. At least, let me see, the twins.
Personally, I just don't. Dude. I don't think she need a motherfucking pardon. It ain't got to that level. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lizzie Press.
But
thank you, Lizzie Press.
I don't know. That's just tough.
For her to sit here and go on TV and cry about a fucking pardon when you got so many brothers down there fucking with that corrupt ass Baltimore motherfucking police department and that corrupt ass motherfucking DA's office down there that's locking niggas up in Baltimore left and right. Now some motherfuckers done half the shit they didn't been accused of.
Mm-hmm.
But you got some brothers down there. I had a brother I talked to this is about a year and a half ago, who his whole who in on some fucked up charges that he didn't do. His family, his family, he got attorneys, he got advocates, everybody on his side. He was trying to get him back in court over some shit that he say, and he got witnesses to the fact that he wasn't even on the scene when it happened. I've watched at least 4 or 5 people that I've seen get their convictions overturned, especially the fucking twins. The twins they got out. And I saw this because one of the twins did my laundry the night before he left. They wasn't even on the scene and had alibis. And both of them still got an L. So for you to not take into consideration and do all the investigation that you should have done, or you and review some of the cases, or put some of your investigators in your police department and check when you knew they was doing some fucked up shit out there on them streets. And this is not only in Baltimore, this is everywhere. And these people out here fighting to get home when they shouldn't be locked up, and you're not advocating for not near fucking one of them, but you get on a motherfucking, when you get on TV talking about you don't want to be separated from your family for 40 years, and you done separated some motherfuckers from their families for life over some shit that you motherfuckers knew that the evidence was tainted, fucked up, planted, or whatever. And for you to go on TV and talk, I need a pardon, and you ain't even got no time yet, bitch, kick rocks.
Yeah, she a little premature with that.
Right.
Like, at least go through your. They might drop the charge. You don't even know what's going on yet. Like, you scared as fuck.
Yeah.
That bitch scared as shit.
Oh,
hey, yeah.
Get into that.
Yeah, I need a pardon for sure.
We
like,
can get
what?
into
The fuck are we talking about? Yeah.
Come on. Shit, I like a pardon.
Yeah, who won't?
But for you, come on, that would kill me. And that's what I say. You know, you should know who you putting in the office and all this other shit.
True.
Because you have people that go in that don't give a fuck. That and especially when you put them in the state's attorney, the DA's office, or whatever you want to call it, they don't give a fuck. Most of them in there is just the pad, just to get a good conviction rate, and don't give a fuck how they get it. Most of them don't give a fuck how they get it. They want a good conviction rate because they want that on their record when they move on, especially to private practice. Yes, they go. All of them want private practice. That's where the money at. But if you're not going to sit there, if you're going to sit there and put brothers in and see brothers get locked up over some garbage, and you're not going to advocate for them, hell no, I'm not advocating for you. When I sit there
without pretense,
I sit there every night on the news.
service
And
without
watched all the shit that was done during your administration. Come on. You want somebody to have mercy on you? You ain't have mercy on a lot of them dudes out there.
Nope.
Please. And I admit, Baltimore is fucked up.
Yes, it is.
Baltimore is fucked up. No doubt about it. And you got some wild ass youngins and some wild ass people, period, in Baltimore. No doubt. But I also know that it's a lot of them brothers, not only from Baltimore, but from all around Maryland, all around the country, DC. Yeah. It's a lot of them brothers that shouldn't be where they at. And you're not advocating for not near fucking one of them. But you want to get on TV and I want y'all to advocate me. I think President Biden should give me a pardon.
She all right.
I'm telling you, hey, Joe, if you give her a pardon, I want a pardon too.
She don't need no fucking pardon.
Shit.
40 years is a lot, though. I'm not going to bullshit.
I want a pardon too.
That's a big number.
Hell, I don't need a pardon. I need my record clean.
But at least go through something. She ain't been through nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? That. Now, before we get out of here, right? The president has laid out his medals of freedom.
I'm not. Oh my God! You want another rant?
And if we're gonna name some of the people that people don't know. The Medal of Freedom is something that the president names.
Highest honor you can get.
Yeah, it's like the nation's highest civil honor, and he give it to anybody he want, really.
Yeah.
It's either for national security, prosperity, values, anything, contributions, anything he want. You know what I'm saying?
There's something decent in his life.
Anything. So what I want to do is, before we leave out here, is go over a couple of these names and see do we agree? Should they be somebody receiving some motherfucking awards here? You know what I'm saying? First, I just want to say, Mike Bloomberg. How we feel about Michael Bloomberg?
The mayor
get Medal of Freedom.
Mayor Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look into Bloomberg a little bit more. You know, New York mayor.
I mean, entrepreneur, three-term mayor.
3 terms. Okay.
And he motherfucker well known in the financial industry. You know what I'm saying? Where transformed the New York City education. That's what they say. I don't know. Environment and public health. I mean, most of us doing, what was it, Clinton? I don't know. I'm not.
Give it to him.
I'm not. What about Phil Donahue?
Phil, all right.
Phil Donahue.
I'm gonna give one to Phil because Phil was Oprah before Oprah.
A Medal of Freedom.
We're going to get into that because if you're going to give one, if Trump can get one to Rush Limbaugh at the State of the Union,
we're not counting Trump shit.
I know, no. You got to count because
Trump.
Hey, look, he gave it to him, and he's on the record as and he's forever going to be a Presidential Medal of Freedom winner, honoree. So if you can give it to him, you can. Come on, singers.
For anybody don't know who Phil Donahue is,
Yeah.
journalist, television personality.
Yeah.
He was one of the first people to start the gotcha motherfucking TV shows. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you done had singers, actors, all kind of people. I think Morgan Freeman got one. If I ain't mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, you get one to Phil.
Al Gore.
You fucking right. You can despite all the crazy shit Tipper done, you can bypass
Al Gore.
You can bypass Al's political career, which you can do
This
that by
is
itself.
tough for me.
On his work on the environment alone, I think you could.
This one tough for me. This is when I first really mostly got involved in the politics. I was on motherfucking Bill Clinton. He was his protege, supposed to be. So this is when I when I first started engaging in politics, physically and thinking about it, because I loved Clinton, and then this was like an extension of him. It was supposed to be, right? Mm-hmm. And then he was ahead of his time with the global threats and stuff like that, the global warming stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's a divine.
In fact, if he became president, we'd be way ahead of our time with the global. That one thing we could have did as Americans, got ahead of that, but we didn't. But he gave that fucking race up, bro. Them fucking hanging chads in the fucking Florida, bro. He didn't even contest nothing, man. I was just so fucking mad at this fool, bro. I couldn't take it.
It shouldn't have came to that.
I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with the Medal of Freedom, but shit, that blew me, bro.
As far as that election go,
I was hurt.
The hanging chads and all that shit was one thing, but what killed him was he tried to distance himself from the Clintons. Why?
I remember that, yeah.
Why?
Vaguely remember that. Matter of fact, yeah, he didn't really campaign with him or nothing.
Nah, he tried to distance himself because of the Monica Lewinsky shit.
That's right. That's right.
When the impeachment shit was over and Bill went to work and Bill left this economy in a place that no other president has done it because goddamn Republicans keep fucking it up and Democrats got to fix it. But he left this economy with your help. Remember, you was the vice president. He left this economy. He left us with a surplus.
They did that.
No other president I know of in this lifetime, and probably the lifetime before me, the only one that did that was Clinton.
Only one.
And you chose to distance yourself. That alone, you look. The one motherfucking thing they always say is, and when running a race, is KISS. Oh no, it's a kiss. But it's the economy, stupid.
Oh yeah,
it's something like that. It's the economy. It was. But anyway, why would you fucking? That's what hurt him.
Yeah,
that's what hurt him. But as far I think his work on the environment alone, you could give him the medal.
he was ahead of that. He was way ahead of that.
Yeah, he brought shit to light.
If he would became our president that year, we'd be so lightheads ahead of the world in this motherfucking.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Now, last one, Nancy Pelosi.
You goddamn right.
52nd Speaker of the House in history from San Francisco. 36 years in Congress. Now, me personally, I fuck with her for many reasons because when she was in the motherfucking house, it was hostile for her, bro. Like it wasn't a sweet, you know what I'm saying, way to go once Trump came in that bitch. But she maneuvered as a woman, stayed aggressive as a woman, didn't give up shit, and got a lot of shit done as a motherfucking speaker as a woman. She passed like 400 something bills, bro. You know, this Congress right here is at 60 something, and it's almost over. The year at the end of this year is no more Congress. This new Congress come in. There's no way they can even catch up with 360 or 400 bills, bro. It's like you in 60. What the hell y'all been doing? She one of the most busiest speakers who ever lived, and it didn't matter who was the president as far as she was concerned. So that means she good at what she do. It's like I wish she was speaker now. Be honest with you. But she did what she had to do, Nancy Pelosi, at the time when she was speaker, though. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this, and before I say it, I'm for anybody get mad at me, I'm going to say they're not the only ones because there's other ones too. But these are the three of the most accomplished women, I'm going to say, in history. Because when you talk about the history of women, and especially women in politics, to be specific, you are not going to talk about the history of women in politics right now without talking about Kamala Harris being the first black and female vice president. Hillary Clinton, we know what Hillary done, and Nancy Pelosi. Now it's more. It's more. Don't get me wrong, but in politics, those are three of the most accomplished women you're ever going to meet. And Nancy Pelosi, look, any woman you can put out there, and any speaker, she's one of the most accomplished speakers. Who you gonna put above her? You might find somebody to put with her or right behind her, but you're not gonna find nobody to put over.
No, she was too busy.
That's Nancy Pelosi. Because Nancy Pelosi got shit done. Nancy Pelosi got shit done. And that's her getting a presidential medal of freedom.
Now, this is the only one I really fully agree with. Like all the ones we named, I was had some little ass hesitant, but right here, full blown. She supposed to get that award and whatever fuck award you can think of after this. You know what I'm saying? So
come on.
That's her for sure. She going up against a redneck pig, orange demon.
Oh, she went toe to toe with
him, bro.
She went toe to toe with Trump.
And still got her shit done. Gave him his tax cuts.
Got out on Trump.
Even though he got his tax cuts, but she slivered so much shit in there that he don't know about.
That. And not to mention, I'm
gonna give you a tax cut, but watch what I do.
Not to mention the shit that she went through personally because
remember somebody ran her house and fucked her husband up or
beat
some
her
shit?
husband up. They ran up in the Capitol to kill her.
Yeah.
And
I forgot about that.
She probably got more threats against her than Jesse Jackson. So
hell yeah.
It's that's cool. Nancy's a no-brainer.
No, he named 19, so everybody check that list out. You know what I'm saying?
And there's quite a few black people on that joint too.
I don't even want to get on all the stuff he doing in black culture, so I'm tired of going over the list. I need a MAGA on here for that list to be split in their face. You know what I'm saying? Now, I need black MAGA, black Republicans. The racists tone it down. Why y'all hiding? We are the one people on this internet searching for your asses.
I told
black
you,
MAGAs.
I told
Bring
you
the
Friday.
Smoke. Bring the smoke.
I told you after Friday. So I told you, but nobody gonna show up tonight.
Bring the smoke, black MAGAs. All over the internet. I don't give a fuck who you are. Yeah. First of all, y'all gotta understand we don't give a fuck about the subscribers, whatever the fuck you got. We just want to talk to motherfucking MAGAs, black MAGAs, all over the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck you got 2 subscribers or 2 million. Holler at your boys. We want this discussion, baby. Appreciate everybody be tuning in every night. Appreciate the hoodies for checking us out, leaving messages, you know what I'm saying, subscribing. We appreciate y'all a whole fucking lot. You know what I'm saying? We've been humbled on how much people been watching us, you know what I'm saying? And, we just walk off this joint off the street and just come in this joint straight podcast.
Miss
then go
Lizzie
back to
Press.
Normal life, you know what I'm saying?
And Miss Lizzie Press, we thank you especially for tuning in tonight. And we've seen every comment that you put on up there. And keep on tuning in. We'll be back again Monday this week. Probably Friday.
Most definitely, man. We appreciate y'all a whole lot.
And
for
I
sure.
see what you're saying. You say if we could talk more about the situation with regular people not having access to lawyers. Yeah, we touched on that before, but you know what? Tune in. I got a couple of things to say about that too.
To me, that goes more into the broader argument of the black culture, the schools, any way we go at it. You know what I'm saying? Any angle we look at it, you know what I'm saying? But us do appreciate everybody, the hoodies coming in, the joint, tapping in, hollering at us and everything.
Yeah, something like that.
We're just trying to grow this pod, grow this platform so we can talk to as much black people as possible. Anybody for real that agree with us. We just want the open dialogue. You know what I'm saying, dog? Yeah, open dialogue. Stop running. We had a few MAGAs run. You know what I'm saying? Come on and talk to us.
Because that's what they do.
We just some average fools.
Listen to me.
Average hood mics, average hood clothes, average hood
coming up in here.
Just come on at us, bro. We nobodies. You know what I'm saying? Now,
look,
but
one of them got an argument, that they think is substantial, or they think that they
we almost done.
They'll show up. Other than that, if they can't beat you down with bullshit, they're not coming up in here.
Yeah.
That's why you said when you went on Friday, yeah, come on up here. Y'all come up here Tuesday. What I say? Ain't nobody coming up here motherfucking Tuesday because you look
That's
at what
why
they say.
I say what we did tonight. Just do our thing.
Just do it. I've been saying it. Just
we're gonna get a hold of MAGAs. We running around the internet looking for your asses. Don't run. Every time a man see a video, every time I see a video, we're reaching out to you. If you're a black MAGA, come on. Talk to us because we want the black culture to have the right decisions when it's time. We're running out of time, goddammit. Stop hiding. You looking like motherfucking Trump running from these fucking debates. You just don't want to debate. Don't want to debate, my niggas.
Then fuck them.
Just gonna hide. Keep spitting that bullshit out. But
like
we here for the debate, baby. The combat. We want combat. We want combat. We don't want the bullshit. We don't want the talking points. We want combat.
That's what you're not gonna get.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit is on TV.